It's another week and another plan with me. This is Betsy from Sticky Mix, and this week I was going to use some stickers that I picked up at Michael's. I think these were on clearance. Little puppy dog fairies and puppies stuck in teacups. I'm sure no puppies were harmed in the making of these stickers and probably just photoshopped all over the place, but aren't they cute? Look at little Australian Shepherd, little Beagle, little Jack Russell Terrier, all the cute dogs. So that's that. But can't just plan with cute puppies. Sometimes you need some functional stickers to go along with it. And it just so happened that my friend Linda of Innocent and Twisted Designs, see, right up at the top there, made some little basic sort of mini kits where she just has all the functional stickers and was going, I think, for like a watermelon summer theme. And look, this one starts on Monday, that one starts on Sunday. And you might wonder why. And it's because she starts her week on Sunday and I start my week on Monday. So she just started making it easier and included one of each so that we could both use them. And here's some washi that I will probably incorporate into this week's layout, because look at this. Color matching amazingness, and then like gold and black, that's goes with anything, it's neutral, so yeah, it'll all work. So let's get that stuff out of the way and get this week started. August, little mini calendar. I don't use this, so I thought I'd save myself some time and just put the washi vertically and try to cover it all up with just 2 strips of this gold paw print tape, like that. And there's a weird little thing that happens where this tape, it being so shiny, and there's like a little like ridge that catches the light, so that looks like the white of the paper, but it's kind of not. No, maybe it is, because I think I see some numbers peeking through. But anyway, that kind of bothered me, but life is short, and so I wasn't about to rip it up and do it again. Put down a stitched quarter box to write August, and then a half box to put some words to guide me through this week, and put a little Jack Russell fairy on top there. Reminds me of Wishbone. Did anybody watch that show, Wishbone, on PBS a long time ago? It was a little dog that would make like kid versions of classic literature. It was amazing. It was my first exposure to some of the great literature. Like what? Like Ivanhoe. Have you ever heard of Ivanhoe? Apparently Robin Hood was not the first Robin Hood. Ivanhoe was. Okay, just saying. Then little scallop box. Wrote in KonMari. For those of you who have read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, you know that KonMari is kind of a nicknamey term for using her method of de-junking your life and being surrounded only by the things that bring you joy, which is kind of amazing. And so I am in kind of a vague phase that she just calls komono, which in Japanese means little things. Yeah, we know about that, huh, planners? But also just kind of means miscellaneous things. And this is the phase when you also go through anything that's related to a particular hobby. And as you may have guessed, I have a lot of hobbies, and a lot of hobbies that I thought I was going to start but didn't. Sewing. But I still need to go through all of my komono. And so there's a really big master list there over in the sidebar this week. Put down the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the numbers happened to cover up the printed numbers there pretty well and left enough space that I thought, oh, well, now I can put some little puppy dogs, maybe, because they are kind of big. Not exactly made for planners, probably made for scrapbooking or just for, you know, sticking stickers everywhere. This little guy right here, his hair was a little too tall, so I had to give him a haircut. Snip off that. There we go. And then on Monday, whoops, lost some footage, but all I did was lay down some of that green tape. And I was looking for a weekend banner all over the place, and then I found this one, this sticker, that I think is formatted for a different planner. But, you know, whatever. This is how I roll. So I put down 3 strips of the dog bone and heart green tape. And I really kind of like that it says weekend vibes, because you notice that this is Monday and Tuesday, so this is definitely not the weekend. But it's my 2 days off, so it's basically my weekend, so weekend vibes. See how that works? I think I might make myself some stickers that say Weekend Vibes, because it's very, very, very rare that I actually have a weekend that is representative of like a normal days off weekend. So during my Weekend Vibes, I walked my dog twice. I was walking Tika, and I also slept in. That sleep-in sticker was from a sampler sheet that Linda gave me. Can't quite recall where I got it from. And I used a spray bottle icon that came with the kit to clean the bathroom, and also a TV icon that came with the kit to note that I watched a lot of TV on Monday. I watched some conversational Korean videos on YouTube, which I found highly, highly helpful, and some Terrace House and some Running Man. And then I put down a half box because I had an eye exam. Dun dun dun. My eyeglass prescription expired, and so I had to go and get my eye checkup. And it was a different eye doctor, and so it wasn't quite as good as my last one. But I mean, she was fine, but not as good as my last one. And they made a mistake where I turned out to be like 90 years old. So there's that. And then schedule a coaching call, because I'm trying to get some help with my mom's website, so that was the thing. I dropped off some clothes at Goodwill after doing the KonMari last week before, something like that. I donated those. I was going to get my hair cut, but didn't, and then I had to do the JLI topics for the fall term, but I didn't. On Tuesday, after I slept in and walked Tika, let's put down this big old checklist and do some things like play Overcooked 2, yes, very important, video games. JLI topics because I didn't do them yesterday, haircut because I didn't do it yesterday, and then do more KonMari cleaning and study some Korean. Did I do any of this? We will find out later. And then, is this on pause? What happened? Oh, here we go. I looked for this Stationery Heaven Co. laundry sticker that Linda also gave me, and tried to write laundry somewhat prettyful, and then wrote WDFA. That WDFA stands for wash, dry, fold, and away, because sometimes I forget which part of laundry I'm on. So there's that. And then under the laundry, let's put a scalloped green sticker, and that was the time for my coaching call. So I got some help about what I should do with my mom's Spelling Concepts website, and then snipped that one in half. I need to design my Dungeons and Dragons character, film Plan With Me, which was for this week, and then voice last week's Plan With Me. So those were more things. I got like a pen, what do you call that? I accidentally hit it with my pen, and so it was ugly. So I had to cover it up with more washi tape, and it was a little too wide, so I just snipped off the excess there and called that done. Then on Wednesday, let's start with the things that I know that happens on Wednesday, and that would be my art classes. I teach 2 art classes, one at 4 p.m., one at 5 p.m. So I used a double-sectioned quarter box from the kit so that I could write my 2 classes in the little sections. But first, let's get rid of that washi tape over there and there. Boop, boop. There we go. So at 4 p.m., whoa, that was fast. I'm drawing Martian Manhunter from Justice League, and then at 5 p.m. we're drawing Spider-Man. And then above that, before I go to class, green checklist box, and using another Stationery Heaven Co. sticker to write in my schedule, but the space to write is very, very small, so the 11:30 to 3:30 got kind of cramped. So I was working at the Mexican grill place, and these are things I do at work just to kind of fill some space in the day, because what else am I going to put here? And then before I go to work, let's put another checklist box so that I can write. What am I writing? Oh, actually, let's go back and see the things I did. Oh, haircut. You want to see how my haircut turned out? Like this. Here's before, and here's after. I know it doesn't look like there's much change, but this is the smallest amount of hair I have had in a long time, so kind of think maybe I shouldn't have got it cut this short, but just give it a few weeks, it'll be fine. And then we watched The Golden Compass, and I kind of just drew a little like, what face? Because that movie, I don't know. It was not my favorite. It had some really great ideas, but as a whole, I was just like, what? So I put the date cover stickers on this side too, and then used the numbers to cover up the printed numbers like so that I'd have room to put down some more puppies. This is the year of the dog, and I was born in the year of the dog, so this will not be the last dog-themed layout that I do, just warning you. Trying to find some that'll fit in between the numbers was kind of a thing, and I had to peel up that 11 and just stick it on top of the dog wing there, because otherwise I wouldn't know what day it is. And then, on Thursday, put down a scalloped box and wrote that I walked Tika, my dog. And then, on Thursday, a little pink box. I know there's a lot of pink, isn't there? I don't know why. Why did you give me this, Linda? It has so much pink. I mean, aside from the pink, I love lime green and the blues, so I just sacrificed Thursday to be very pink. I was working at the Mexican grill place again to do these things and earn some money. Running that trash. Just meaning that we take all the trash that's in the store and we take it outside to the dumpster. Fun. It's a fun job. And then putting down a little blue winged doggy right here to say art meet at Starbucks that day. And then blue scalloped box because I studied Korean. Ta-da! And then a green half box because with a little Once More With Love like shiny eye sticker because we played Overcooked 2, but I couldn't fit the 2, so I tried to squish it in there. That was the weirdest looking... What is even going on there? I don't know. But I was very excited to play. And then walked Tika again on Friday. Another stitched box and another schedule thingy because these days were pretty much the same. Another 9 to 2 shift. And I'd be doing all these same things. And I'm like, do I want to write it again? I guess. So, yeah. This is a little deja vu here. Nothing much to say here. Oh, I didn't go on a trash run. What? Must have been somebody else that did it. And then put down a little black and white corgi, so cute. And made him say, pick up Alicia and go to Valhalla, which is a game shop where we're getting all of our Dungeons and Dragons stuff, so that's fun. More green tape, because, you know, Friday I teach those art classes again, except with different subjects. So again, I put down double stitched box and more green tape underneath and tried to alternate the bones and the hearts there just to make it less symmetrical. And we drew a classic United Kingdom style unicorn and also worked on our Wizard of Oz illustration. But of course, you know, I plan out these art classes to build upon one another so that if you came for all of the weeks, you know, you would be moving on to new stuff. But of course, when we're on week, I don't know, 5, and I have some students that have been with me since week 1, but then somebody brand spanking new will walk in the door and it's just like, okay, so all of you that have been here for the last 5 weeks, you're going to just work on this, and you who just walked in, I guess we'll start at level 1. Yes, it's a thing. Worked a long shift at the not Korean grill. Oh, I wish I worked at a Korean grill. No, Mexican grill place, and went to Michael's afterward because I needed more Molly and Rex notebooks for my traveler's notebook type thingy. But they don't carry them anymore. I was so sad. I even looked online. I looked on mollyandrex.com, but now their notebooks are all lined. And I'm like, no! Because before, the pack of 3 with the twine, it used to come with 1 grid, 1 dot grid, and 1 blank with just some like fancy lettering at the top. And it was perfection for one of my planner uses. And now that I'm filling it up, I can't get new inserts, you know? I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I'm currently trying to look for a substitute. covered up that little bit of pen blob with Dachshund Little Fairy. And I didn't really want to write all the things again, but I really had nothing else to write, so I just wrote them this way instead. Oh, I guess I could have said that we had a guest come into the grill place that was like straight up Irish. And okay, I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anybody right now with my attempt at an Irish accent, but he wanted a burrito with like mild salsa. And it was amazing to hear him talk, and it was just like, I could not stop smiling, which I guess is okay, because I'm supposed to have friendly service anyway. But yeah, it was something out of the ordinary for, you know, a little place like Stockton. Oh, and then I played more Overcooked, look at that. And also got all of my art stuff done in that blue checklist box. I had to draw some witches because we're getting ready for, like I say, fall, autumn, Halloween, so I usually have to choose between doing something Halloween themed or something like holiday, like winter holiday themed Christmas stuff. Anyhow, that's how the week turned out. And didn't do any of my KonMari list on the sidebar. It was just one of those weeks that I just did not get around to it, but that's okay. I'll probably just transfer it over to the next week. Before I go, I want to say thank you to my patrons over at Patreon who keep this channel ad-free, and you don't have to wait 5 seconds to skip the ad or anything. I mean, I know I have my own kind of plug on my t-shirt design, but you know, girls gotta make a living. So thank you guys over at Patreon for that, and if you do become a patron, you do get some perks, like you get to vote on what kind of stickers I use. In fact, the one that won in the voting poll is what I'm going to use this following week, so stay tuned for that. So that's it for this week. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you again next week.